Welcome to this edition of the Paranormal Report. I am Jim Harold. He is Clayton Morris, and we have some great UFO footage submitted by viewer Dan Russell for you. This, Clayton, is amazing. It's called the Skyfire UFO.
Yeah, and Dan is great because he wants to let people know that he's not the one that grabbed this video, but he's friends with and got this video from SkyGR100. That's the person's handle. That's all we know about this individual who's credited for capturing this footage. And the reason we're calling it a Skyfire UFO is because you can look at it and you can see that it seems to catch on fire and then dissipate or eject some sort of energy or matter as it's moving. So it's on fire, it's ejecting some matter, and then it's reappearing at some other location, and it looks pretty darn convincing.
Yeah, to me, that is kind of the difference on this one. It's not just a blob. When you first see it, it's like, oh, this is going to be unremarkable. But when you see, and we can show it here, where there actually seems to be something that separates or ejects from the main blob or craft, whatever you want to call it, that to me is what makes this really compelling, Clayton. It is fascinating footage.
I say even if we manage to show some of the video a little bit further here along, we can hopefully show it here, which is where he is getting difficulty trying to capture the UFO on camera, and he's moving around because the trees are in his way. And so he keeps trying to move location so he can get a better shot of it. And at one point you see the tree waving in front of it, back and forth in front of it, about halfway through the video. And you can see that he's getting frustrated, but we often talk about how that might be fakeable. But I have to say, it's really difficult and time-consuming to have a branch kind of moving back and forth with the wind, and you might be superimposing that, but that's really difficult to do. It's not a stationary tree; it's waving back and forth, and it's moving in front and beyond the UFO.
Well, Clayton, I think we certainly call them as we see them, and we will, if we think something is fake, we'll say looks fake to me. I think I give this one a thumbs up preliminarily because it looks pretty compelling and convincing to me.
Yeah, I think too. I don't think there's been a lot of fudging with this video. I have to give it a thumbs up as well. I think it's pretty believable. Now, whether or not it's a UFO, we don't know. We don't know if it's some sort of alien craft or is it some sort of meteorological event, some sort of meteor shower or something else. We don't know, but that's why we love doing the show once a week, Jim.
Absolutely, and I invite you, and Clayton invites you, to tune in to the full 30-minute show every week. You can find it at youtube.com/The Paranormal Report, or the full downloadable podcast at iTunes, or you can find our iTunes or our iPod app at the iTunes App Store. So thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Jim Harold. He is Clayton Morris. We're so glad to bring the paranormal news to you every week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
See you, everyone.